You know, I read Larry Fink's new letter the other day, and while I was standing here, shaving, it kinda hit me. This isn't just another CEO talking about markets. This guy runs $11 trillion. He is not reporting the news, he is the news. And the way he writes, it's calm, it's careful, but if you read between the lines, he is saying something big. The system we live in is changing. He starts with this. People in business today, they are more anxious than ever. Not because they are overreacting, but because they feel the ground shifting under their feet. Globalization, the open world, that's fading. Now it's about each country protecting its own interests. And that's not just politics. It affects how we work, what we build, and who we build it for, especially in AI. There is no one-size-fits-all internet anymore. Now it's local rules, local markets, local data. And if you are not thinking like that, you are already behind. And as someone building AI tools, this really makes sense to me. We are not just building features or apps anymore. We are creating tools that plug into how things actually work. Money, infrastructure, trust. And the system is moving. Fink lays out a new investment model. The old 60-40, 60% stocks, 40% bonds is done. Now it's 50, 30, 20. And the 20%, that's private assets. Infrastructure, real estate, private markets, things that used to be just for institutions. But now BlackRock wants more people to access those kinds of investments. Because if only the rich have access, the system fractures. They call it economic inclusion. To make that scale, you need automation, you need AI. This is where AI moves from cool tech to critical infrastructure. One part really stopped me. Fink says, and I quote, "The dollar status as the world reserve currency is not guaranteed." He is not saying it's collapsing, but he is pointing to the debt, the deficits, and he say, if we don't fix this, the world might shift its trust elsewhere. And in that list of alternatives, yeah, he says it, Bitcoin, coming from BlackRock. That's not a trend, that's a signal. Then there's China. He doesn't paint them as a threat. He just describes a country moving fast, building infrastructure, investing in nuclear energy, in green industry. He's saying, look, they are not copying anymore, they are defining. And that means the West, if it wants to lead, has to innovate again. In AI, we already feel it. Chinese models, Chinese systems, their own pace, their own game. This is not a race on one track. These are parallel ecosystems. And standing here, I realized something. This letter is not dramatic, it's not trying to scare. It's more like a quiet map, or how the world is being redrawn. We are not just coding apps anymore, we're building inside an economy that's rearranging itself. So if you are working with AI, or even just trying to make sense of all this, it's not about the hype. It's about clarity, knowing what matters and what's noise. It's about structure, how we build, who it's for, and why it needs to exist. And honestly, it's about showing up now. Because the rules are still taking shape, and those who show up early help shape them.